Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau. Jim Rasick, Auto Group. Sugarfoot Barbecue. Remax, Truman Lake. Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare. Integrity Floors. The Landmark Restaurant. Clark Tire. C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. Real-Time Photography. Primitive Old Crow and Winery. Bernard Tax and Bookkeeping. Laura Anstein, Anstein Realty and Auction. Creative Paint and Supply. Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau. Jim Rasick, Auto Group. Sugarfoot Barbecue. Remax, Truman Lake. Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare. Integrity Floors. The Landmark Restaurant. Clark Tire. C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. Real-Time Photography. Primitive Old Crow and Winery. Bernard Tax and Bookkeeping. Laura Anstein, Anstein Realty and Auction. Creative Paint and Supply. Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau. Jim Rasick, Auto Group. Sugarfoot Barbecue. Remax, Truman Lake. Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare. Integrity Floors. The Landmark Restaurant. Clark Tire. C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. Real-Time Photography. Primitive Old Crow and Winery. Bernard Tax and Bookkeeping. Laura Anstein, Anstein Realty and Auction. Creative Paint and Supply. Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau. Jim Rasick, Auto Group. Sugarfoot Barbecue. Remax, Truman Lake. Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare. Integrity Floors, The Landmark Restaurant, Clark Tire, C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing, Real-Time Photography, Primitive Old Crow and Winery, Bernard Tax and Bookkeeping, Laura Anstein, Anstein Realty and Auction, Creative Paint and Supply.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Clinton High School, where the Clinton Lady Cardinals are hosting the Warsaw Lady Wildcats tonight. On screen, your starters, and being announced live on the court.
I think they're good already tonight.
Absolutely.
Ready to play.
And now your Clinton Lady Cardinals. Number 4, Paige Maryland. Number 5, Mary Henry. Number 6, Brianna Smith. Number 10, Alana Alexander. Number 11, Mercedes Brown. Number 13, Maddie Allard. And number 2, Katie Mitchell.
Thanks again, everybody, for joining us here tonight. This is Stacy Hinkle with Sounds Like Videos, along with Chris Ramirez on audio, James Hinkle, and Josh Williams on production tonight. And we want to say thanks to you guys for joining us here as we bring you the last regular season game of varsity football action for our Clinton Lady Cardinals.
The one and only James Hinkle.
The one and only, that's right. The big man himself has graced us with his presence tonight. So
Ludy's not here tonight.
he is showing his new software to Josh. They're doing a little training here tonight. So we're gonna sit back, enjoy some volleyball, and hopefully they work hard and we just get to watch the game. Right, Chris?
Yeah.
So we want to say thanks, everybody, for watching with us at home. If you were not able to come out to the game, we want to make sure that as often as possible we bring you the games.
It looks like Coach Turner ready. Got the girls ready.
She's got the girls ready to go. It looks like Warsaw will serve first. Number 7 on the serve. Looks like
Good
Leo
serve by Mercedes Brown. Good hit.
Brewer. Nice dig by Katie Mitchell there. And Maddie Allard on the attack. It will be inbounds, and that point will go to Clinton.
Seems like the girls were quiet tonight.
You know, I think it takes them a little bit to warm up. They tend to be kind of quiet, kind of. Great up by Brian Smith.
Good hit by Maddie Allard.
And the hit from Warsaw will go long.
It seems like the girls talking now.
We'll start to hear him more, don't we? Alana Alexander back to serve again. A great serve by her, just between the two back row defenders for Warsaw.
Still like keeping Warsaw off the board.
Yeah,
far.
absolutely. So far, the shutout. That's a great way to start a game.
The last regular game.
That's right. And for a lot of these girls, their last regular game, as they're mostly seniors. In fact, with the exception of Mercedes Brown, a full court of seniors right now.
Let's figure out look for districts next week.
That's true. That's true. We'll go into postseason play starting Tuesday night with El Dorado Springs.
The rematch. I think the girls won it.
They definitely are looking forward to that game. Ahead and win the districts, so one game at a time, of course, and El Dorado Springs the first in that matchup.
I'm sure Coach Turner happy with what she's seen from the girls right so far.
So far, yeah, they're playing a great game tonight. Nice up by Brian Smith. Alexander to Mercedes Brown, and a great kill shot there.
These girls will be back next year.
Yeah, and you'll get an instant replay, I think, on that on that attack by Mercedes Brown. And that serve will go just a little long. So after a run of 5.
So they want what Coach Turner wants.
We're going to see number 26, Tracy Spry, come into the game as a substitution now into the serving position for Warsaw.
We had more crowd for the varsity game.
Absolutely. I think a lot of parents have had a chance to get off work and make. As of course we have every other row marked off for social distancing purposes, so seating is a little bit more restricted than normal, but it fills up quickly.
I think the bleachers are open behind us too.
Absolutely. And members of the students' body here at Clinton High School, so we're happy to see them. Mercedes Brown now to serve for Clinton. Brown to Alexander, who sets up Colby Jackson.
It's good to see the soccer player.
Colby Jackson's spike bounced off the net, scored the point for Clinton.
That good serve from Mercedes Brown.
And another will fall on the Warsaw side. So the girls off to a good start here tonight. They look good.
Girls are happy about this lead.
Absolutely. And a little communication.
JV in the doorway.
Yeah, peeking out through the doorway. They watched the score. So it looks like we'll get number 6, Rayanna Cook, in the game for Warsaw.
Brown serving again.
And that's a nice 3 in a row from her. Katie Mitchell to Alexander to Paige Gillen.
You can hear the girls from up here.
You can. They're talking.
Tonight they're quiet a little bit.
Number 10, Ashlyn Lau, back into the game for Warsaw. Alex takes it over in 2. Nice save there by Alana Alexander to stretch out and grab that one.
Good serve. That was a good save from Clinton.
Nicely done, yeah. And Maddie Allard on the so 10-3 now, an early lead. I say early, the game's going kind of fast here. The girls are getting it done.
Well, 2 games in the book already.
See it hit just inside the line on the far side.
I'm sure the girls ready for a special spring rematch to get them.
I think they are, yeah. It's hard not to look forward to districts when you're this close to it. But maybe build up to their esteem before they face districts next week. So Maddie changes the serve up, a nice soft serve there. Set up to Colby Jackson, this time a nice attack.
Good hit by her.
She's had a little trouble earlier tonight, one in the net, one that went long, but that one was just right.
Good save by Mercedes Brown.
And that Mercedes Brown, as a sophomore, has so much athletic talent, and I really enjoy watching her play volleyball.
She'll be talented next year for volleyball.
Absolutely. She's going to be a great leader on this team for next year's
For the next few years.
squad. A couple of substitutions for Warsaw now. Number 14 in to serve, that's Brooke Spry, and number 17, it looks like Rory Jenkins coming in on the front row.
Okay, Coach has some JV players on the bench.
Yeah, she's got a few of them sitting out here tonight, just in case we need to change things up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see her do that in game 2 or 3 a little bit.
That's her first. That's probably she's sticking with the districts.
Yeah, absolutely. Our varsity starters to get a chance to rest a little bit tonight. It's been a long week with 3 games.
That's why they're tired.
Absolutely. Nice save by Katie Mitchell there. And not able to dig that one out of the net, so Warsaw will take the point. And it looks like we will see substitution from them. Number 25, Ashley Spry, coming back in the game.
The girls should have got the lead. Good save from Mercedes Brown.
And a nice attack there by Morgan Hendricks. And the serve just a little low. She had to kind of adjust to that. And the attack from Colby Jackson. And Warsaw thought they were going to serve the ball, but it was a Clinton point, and I did not see the call on that. I know the hit was a little wide, but it must have been off the fingertips.
A Warsaw thing.
Yeah, it had to have been. So the serve from Colby Jackson, and that's a nice serve down the far sideline. Nice up by Katie Mitchell. And a great block there by Warsaw.
Like the lead.
And they still do have a good lead, 6-15. Warsaw trailing.
Good save from Clinton. Good hit from Mercedes Brown.
And she's very good at that. So Morgan Hendricks back to serve tonight, and she will opt for the flat-footed serve as opposed to the jump serve. Probably a combination of worn out after a long week of volleyball and trying to rest up for districts. (17-6) our score now as Morgan Hendricks tries to put a couple more on the board.
This game going by fast.
And that serve will go a little out of bounds. Looks like a couple of substitutions for Warsaw. Number 33, Bella Morrison, in on the front row, and number 7, Liam Mabrewer, back to serve. And kill from Maddie. The court gets wide open sometimes, and they've been able to hit it a couple of times. For the Wheaties commercials. She has 3 of them now that she's hit out of bounds.
I think she has. It seems like she has.
Yeah, that's right. She's definitely excited about this.
She got tired from a long week of volleyball.
So the serve out of bounds.
Mercedes Brown back to straight for Clinton.
Nice serve from her. She's very consistent in her serving. You definitely see a solid serve there.
She should get better next year at serving.
And a nice power hit. Nice replay there on the screen, and I think Warsaw wants to take a break and figure it out. 20-8 our score here, the Lady Cardinals leading. And we want to say thanks very much to Jim Racing Auto Group for coming on board as one of our timeout sponsors. We appreciate him very much.
I think Mercedes Brown will be good for the next 2 years from Clinton Volleyball.
Yeah, she's definitely on pace to become a real leader here for this varsity squad in Clinton, and especially next year as we look at replacing most of our starting seniors. She will be one of the few left that have played on varsity before. She's going to be really valuable as the team sees a lot of changeover and a lot of new girls on the floor.
I'm sure Mercedes will see them in basketball if they play basketball with Mercedes.
You know, right around the corner, basketball season, and we will see a lot of these girls on the floor again. Take down the net, switch out the ball, and just go right back to it.
Mercedes Brown back to straight from Clinton.
Nice serve from her. And Warsaw returns one free. Alana Alexander over and two with the quick reflex. And back over and
save by
one.
Mercedes Brown.
Nice dig from Mercedes there.
Good thing got a replay.
Back to serve now for Warsaw. Number 35, Ellie Murrell. Nice up by Katie Mitchell. Alexander sets up Colby Jackson for the attack.
Seems like the girls' team Warsaw pretty good with Warsaw.
They're playing really well tonight. Definitely on their game. And there's that horseshoe move from Maddie Allard. That one will go out of bounds. So far, yeah. Set back to Paige Gillen now. And that time, the attack by Maddie Allard success.
Hollering.
Yeah, not yet. 21-10 now, as Clinton a sizable lead over Warsaw here in the first set of varsity action tonight.
Good dive from Mercedes Brown.
Excellent way to stretch out there. And that attack will land just inside the
You don't hit it in the stands.
Sometimes I think she could. She really swings away. A lot of power behind the serve.
She'll probably do that, make her dad be quiet.
That's true. That's true. And that one will go out of bounds, so Warsaw will take the point.
Maybe game two, we see James can put camera in the hallway.
It could be, yeah. Coming in for Warsaw, number 14, Brooke Spry, and number 17, Rory Jenkins. Nice up from Katie Mitchell. Alexander to Hendricks. And a success. Taylor Howe in the center. And number 10. Sorry, Chris.
Atlanta trying to save that ball for Clinton.
Yeah, absolutely.
She couldn't get it to the time.
Just not. Names on the blockers for Warsaw last time. It was number 10 and number 11, Ashlyn Lau and Taylor Howe.
Good serve by Paige Gillen.
That's set up to Morgan Hendricks, and she will. The girls able to use their power tonight on the front row and attack the net. Sometimes blocking can be a problem for them.
Good straight for Paige Gillen. Paige Gillen had a good night tonight too.
She is definitely on ball, and Clinton. And the girls all playing good games tonight. Definitely cohesive, gelling as a team, working together. They seem like they're really enjoying it tonight. I see a lot of smiles and laughs going on out there.
Better than the Tuesday night game.
Yeah, absolutely. It seemed like Tuesday night that we were kind of subdued. It was a quiet group here Tuesday night. And of course, the Cardinals able to pull out the win Tuesday night, but just not as much excitement and not as much energy as I see tonight with the girls.
Tonight you see smiles on their faces.
Absolutely. They look like they're having fun tonight.
They probably have some family watching.
That's true.
Video.
May have some family watching out there. You never know. We do want to say thanks very much to our scoreboard sponsor this year. Jim Rasick Auto Group here in Clinton, Missouri came on board as our scoreboard sponsor. And we are glad to have him. Without our sponsors, the live streaming wouldn't be possible. And so we appreciate them coming on board and helping us to bring you the fall sports season. Of course, this evening, varsity volleyball here in Clinton, Missouri, where the Lady Cardinals are hosting the Lady Wildcats from Warsaw.
We did a couple of soccer games.
We've done some soccer games, some football games. Really enjoying it.
Homecoming.
Yeah, got to cover Clinton for homecoming. That was kind of nice. Clinton for soccer and volleyball. We've been able to cover Lakeland and Osceola, El Dorado Springs, Appleton City a couple of times. So really excited about that and looking forward to volleyball season before we know it.
It'd be nice if soccer and volleyball go far in districts.
Absolutely. Really excited about that.
Once our soccer kids are ready for districts too.
I haven't had a chance to go and look at the district lineups for soccer.
I don't think they're out yet. I look on Misha.
Not yet.
That's for soccer.
Yeah, James, for those of you that can't hear, James said districts is out, and Chris is explaining we were talking about soccer. So back to action here, set 2, and the Cardinals with a nice save there. And now Warsaw.
I think that was Paige Gillen on the save.
Absolutely. And that will be in the net for Alana Alexander there, as she just didn't have enough room.
Looks like Coach Turner goes on. The coaching staff is too.
Served by Leah Mabrewer from Warsaw. Nice save by Katie Mitchell.
She had a great night too tonight.
Set goes over the net, and Clinton just not quite able to pick that one up off the ground when Warsaw fired back. Serve number, and that's going to be over the line again for Clinton. So Warsaw will take the point there. 3-0, they are leading currently over the Clinton Lady Cardinals.
Cardinals finding the hole in this game in the hole so far.
Cardinals definitely dominating in set 1, but clearly the Warsaw Wildcats have revised their strategy and come out playing a different game.
Yeah.
And the attack there by Maddie Allard.
Game number 2.
And it looks like we're going to substitute in. That will be Colby Jackson, number 3 on the front row.
Good serve by Mercedes Brown.
Slow to get up.
Not good when dishes around the corner. It's not good for her when dishes around the corner.
You just don't want to see somebody get hurt.
Yeah, coach trying to put one of the JV players in another starting lineup.
You know, I think if these girls get enough of a lead, she may let some of her JV girls rotate in a little bit here tonight. And we're going to see a couple of substitutions for Warsaw. Looks like number 26 and number 18, that'd be Taylor Spry and Emma Johnson into the game. Spry back to serve. Nice up by Mercedes Brown and Maddie.
I think the girl confused with serving.
Yeah, I think they wanted Mercedes to serve again, and she said, wait a minute, I already took my turn. So Maddie Allard now to serve. Nice serve from her.
She hit the stands.
And that one right down the near sideline.
Lucy's hitting this side of the stands.
Yeah.
She hit against Warsaw side.
She is. And that one nice and hard, tapped the net and went over anyway. Set to Paige Gillen, will be off the fingers. And look, we got off to a slow start, but give us a minute. We want to catch up.
They had a long week this week.
A nice hustle by Warsaw, but it's going to come up a little short, not able to clear the net.
Yep.
So Clinton finally able to take the lead here, 6-5. And now they will set up an offense, give Morgan Hendricks a chance to hit, and point on the board for Warsaw, tie it up again.
They got Coach Smith, Coach Carr, and Coach Carr. Shouldn't go on to victory.
Absolutely. And Morgan Hendricks.
Almost across the line.
Yeah. Paige Gillen on the serve. Nice serve from her. Lady Cardinals battling back, trying to widen that lead, and it looks like Warsaw is going to have another substitution. Number 24 now, Aspen Whitaker coming into the game, center back.
Look like the girls won the game number 2.
Yep, they definitely want to put another one on the board, don't they?
Yep. Good save for Ellen Alexander. She with a quick reflex.
They will have a couple more substitutions. Number 14, Brooke Spry back into the game, and number 17, Rory Jenkins. Brooke Spry back to serve.
And Alexander was quick on Tuesday night, too, with that reflection.
Yeah, she was really quick to get in there and get some space under the ball. Nice up by Mitchell. Gillen will set up Colby Jackson. That is in.
Alexander hit the ball. Kind of hard to tell with the girls face back to you.
Well, and long hair covers the numbers once in a while, and if I don't double check myself, I sometimes pick the wrong name. From time to time.
Finding the hole for Warsaw.
Absolutely. So this week, very consistent serving from her. I think she's been working on it really hard lately, so definitely looks good this week. And a nice block, Alexander and Hendricks on the block. So traveling in that mix too.
Had one Monday night and Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm. And an ace for Jackson on the serve.
Warsaw doing a lot of substitution tonight. I'm sure half of the girls Warsaw are JV too.
Yeah, they have a lot of girls sitting on their bench. Number 6, Brianna Cook, coming in to serve. And on the Clinton side, Brianne Smith rotating in. Of course, Smith on our back row. She and Katie Mitchell make a good team back there. Both of them very talented on that first hit
hit by
recovery.
Mercedes Brown.
And they will call Morgan Hendricks in the net on that. And she knew it. She was shaking her head yes when the whistle blew.
At least she's not arguing about it.
That's right. 12-9 our score now. Clinton's still leading. And that ball is going to be called out. Really high ball. Serve now from Rihanna Cook. And that will go out of bounds.
Then I look up to the line judge.
I think they tend to check with their line judges pretty frequently on that because it's hard to see that back row, that back line sometimes.
And I think the line judge get a better shot of the back row.
Absolutely, yeah. Flat-footed serves again from Morgan Hendricks this time around. And a nice attack by Mercedes Brown there.
They don't seem like district play. That's what Coach Turner like her first year here.
Yeah, she's had a successful year, able to put a nice record in the books, and she's got a good team. The girls have played well.
Hopefully. For districts.
Add a date to it, maybe.
Yeah.
Nice up by Morgan Hendricks. Good attack there from Maddie Allard, that horseshoe. (16-10) our score here at second set of the night for varsity action. And a little bit short on that serve as we see our libero Katie Mitchell back into the game for Clinton. A successful night for Clinton here for volleyball. The C team playing one game and taking the win 25-12. JV taking the win in 2 games straight, 25-23 and 26-24. And now our varsity girls.
Good hit by Mercedes.
A sizable lead here, 17-11.
Mercedes found that hole right there.
She's really good at it. She knows where to place the ball.
Poor Morgan Hendricks are good find the hole for Clinton.
Able to see those defenders and figure out exactly where to hit. Oh my gosh, still in play. It just hung there forever.
I thought Mercedes probably thought it was out.
Girls are yelling at her, turn around, it's still in play. And what did she do? She turned around and hit it, and Clinton takes the point. Another hard attack, and Warsaw struggling, but they're going to get this one back too. Good hustle on the Wildcats side of the court to return that ball. And the attack will go a little long. Looks like we have a couple of substitutions. Number 7, that's Lee Mabrewer coming in to serve.
I can hear somebody in the crowd tell Mercedes turn around too.
Yeah,
the parents.
And subbing in on the front row, number 33, Bella Morrison.
Good save bidder from Clinton.
Yeah, it came back off the net. Good up from Katie Mitchell. And Paige Gillen this time able to drive.
I'm sure Coach is probably working on practice this week.
Absolutely. Yeah, trying to get ready. And we will see number 3, Colby Jackson, back in the game for Clinton.
Good serve by Mercedes Brown.
And they will call Warsaw in.
Mercedes Brown serving again.
Quick over and 2 from Warsaw. And this time Maddie Allard wins at the
hole from Clinton.
She's doing an excellent job of it, that's for sure. A nice attempt by Warsaw there, just a little bit. Mercedes Brown back to serve again.
Good save. Yeah. And then Alexander from Clinton.
And Clinton up on the block, but it gets. Yeah, and sometimes it's just not, she's just not there, you know, she's far enough away, it shouldn't be her ball, but you can tell she really wants to try and make the play. Serve now from number 26, Taylor
Spry. By
Spry.
Mercedes Brown.
She does a really good job on that first hit. Good job by Alana Alexander to stay out of the net there.
I think she was trying to.
Good attack from Maddie Allard. Alexander to Gillen, who sets up Jackson here, and her ball will fall between.
Maddie Allard.
Sometimes it's just that that straight strength that pushes the ball all the way across the net, and despite the blocker. Nice ace for Maddie. Absolutely.
All of them are.
They really are. The team is really playing good ball tonight.
There'd be game points for Clinton for set 2.
And that is out of bounds. And that's set up to Colby Jackson. is nice. We've got a full crew. Josh Williams running production and James Hinkle, the man himself, watching on as Chris and I call the game.
I think he wanted a TV in front of him.
You know, I think he brought a TV just for himself.
It looked like it.
Dean, so good job, girls. Nicely played as Clinton takes game 2 here in varsity action tonight.
It don't look like he wants to share TV with us.
No, he's got it turned facing him. You know, we probably have to stand behind him if we wanted to see it. As we take a break here between games, we want to say thanks very much to our sponsors. There's a full list of them, names and logos on the screen, and we hope that you will go by and say thanks to them as you're out and about around town. Just let them know you were watching the game, that you saw the live stream, and that you appreciate them coming on board and helping to make that possible.
Most of the sponsors is here in the community.
They are, yeah. We you know, get community support from all of them, and you know, they don't just help with the live stream. They help with everything that goes on around our community, and you know, from the smallest of events to the largest, they are there supporting Clinton, whether it's the schools or the chamber or you know, any number of our nonprofit organizations in the area, and
even our sports program here at the schools.
That's right. You can always count on them, and we definitely appreciate them very much, and we hope that you will too.
These people can see the sponsors on the screen if they're watching.
And, by the way, if you're watching at home, like and share the stream. You never know who might see the share and jump on board and get to watch one of their kids, grandkids, or a family member or friend play volleyball here tonight.
Or do one of the listeners call the game?
Absolutely. And, by the way, comment as well. We love comments. It's always fun to go back and see, you know, all of the good luck wishes to different players or teams, and also to see comments from friends and family members from various places around the globe, in fact, as we cover a variety of school districts here in the region. And it's been really exciting for us to go back and see the number of people and the distance of the people watching. We get lots and lots of local fans and friends and family, but it's really great sometimes to see the distance that people are watching from. And as I had suspected all night, suddenly our the big man, the man in charge, has jumped on a headset. Are you going to actually talk into that mic, James?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I might.
It's been a while since you and I have shared the microphone together, so it's been an interesting turn of events to see that.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get on here for the final game for the regular season and just say thanks to the administration and the players and all the coaches. This has been a unique year, as we all know, with all the cancellations, rescheduling, and everything. So it's been a pleasure. I know that because of the COVID situation, people getting to the games hasn't exactly been the right thing for some people to do, and it's been difficult as well.
So I'm going to interrupt a little bit here.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what we have going on, but we're lined up for Game 3, and now the officials have called the captains over and have been having a little discussion. We had that happen in the JV game as well, so not exactly sure what's going on, but coaches now will confer with their captains and their teams, make sure that everybody's on the same page and understands, and certainly am curious about what's going on, but we probably will never know.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of cameras out here, but we just don't have a camera that close.
No, no, that's right. Speaking of cameras and ball games, something I want to mention really quickly as we get started here. District starts on Monday here in Clinton for our Lady Cardinals. They will play on Tuesday night, but we are planning to cover all of the district games, so we'll be bringing you games starting Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night for the championship. But I want to mention this because it's a little different. Games will air on Misha TV. So while we're still going to be here, we're still going to be bringing you the live streaming, you'll have to go to a different location to find it. And we will make sure as the game goes live that we are sharing links on our Facebook page, letting you know where to find it. But what you'll do is you'll go to misha.tv, and that's MSHSAA.tv. And when you get we want to make sure we let everybody know where to find it, and please join us, and we hope that you'll enjoy the games for districts just like you have the regular season games, and we're really excited to be able to do that this year.
You know, as we move into district play, of course, the coaches all decide and kind of vote on, you know, what that's about where, considering the competition, I think that's exactly probably where they should be. It really probably was a toss-up between El Dorado Springs and Pleasant Hill, but Pleasant Hill did get the top seed.
And then, of course, Holden and Knob Noster, 4 and 5. And those two teams will face off on Monday night. Holden and Knob Noster.
Time to be determined. Yeah.
I do know, however, that the Lady Cardinals will play at 6:30 Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So that I am aware of, and they will.
Springs, we actually covered one of the games for them. They played Osceola early in the season. We'd all heard rumors that El Dorado Springs was going to be really good this year. And, of course, that is true. I think lots of height and talent. These are the same girls that a lot of these same girls that play on the basketball team as well. And last year, I don't remember how deep into the playoffs they actually went, but they were going very far.
And of course, our Clinton Lady Cardinals were able to. Is that they got to see the team they're going to face off against in districts, sort of scope them out in real time, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And so maybe they've worked to their favor, combined with home field advantage, as districts are being held here in Clinton. And hopefully that means that our Lady Cardinals
well, will probably be Pleasant Hill.
Well, the winner from the other three teams' matchup. And I have seen so many occasions where your lower-seeded teams came back and won in a district tournament. So you don't want to count anybody out too soon.
So what are your predictions? What do you think?
Oh, no, I am not making predictions. No.
Well, you actually covered the game.
Actually, week 1 of volleyball that we went down there, and a couple of things. So, yes, the girls looked really good. They look like a really strong team already, but they've had a chance to develop and to hone those skills over the last several weeks. So I don't expect to see the same team we which is a very young team, very inexperienced team, definitely not very evenly matched in that occasion. And based on that game. We've been really talking about this and not really talking about volleyball. 13-2 is our score here. Of course, the Lady Cardinals leading over the Lady Wildcats. And they're going to call that one just a little long and out.
It's like she can sit back there and see where the ball needs to go, where the hole is. And,
absolutely. Yeah, hard hit, soft hit across the court, down the line. You know, she switches it up. Most of them are deep, but once in a while she'll drop one just inside the 10-foot line. So you can't predict and expect anything. You've got to be prepared for everything when she's on the serving line.
Let's talk about Paige for a second. This is a girl that plays probably with the most spunk and fire. She's always playing like she's got something to prove, and she's doing it with a smile on her face.
Absolutely. If you were to strictly talk about attack at the net, she's probably their number 4 go-to at the net. And if you talk about setters, she's not the primary.
Seen a ball that's come over the net, and she's the one that makes that dive.
Absolutely.
And she, it keeps that ball into play.
And that's, she's not. If you were going to name her position, she's not a player that you can easily pigeonhole into position. But what you can say is that every single time she has a play on the ball, she makes it happen.
She makes the other players look good. She really does.
She really does, absolutely.
And you need those types of players whenever you're in volleyball. So, okay, now we're back to the game. Clinton is saying that it got.
We'll take the point, 15-6 now. I don't think I've called a game with you for quite a while, James. It's kind of weird.
It's been a little bit. But speaking of calling games, do you remember what we were doing about this time last year?
Wow. That's really stretch. I do not.
Well, last year, it was getting about the middle of football season, and I decided, hey, let's see what happens with volleyball. So we went out.
Right.
We
I
went
hadn't
over
thought
to
about
Warsaw and did our very first volleyball game. Didn't tell anybody we were doing it. Had great response.
That's
and then
right.
I think we did one other game, the last game of the season. And here's your serve.
That's right. Our Lady Cardinals were at Warsaw last year, so we followed them over there to cover the volleyball game. I had forgotten that.
Yeah. And then I think there was one last.
And we just watched for districts last year. That was
that was
our first foray into volleyball, and of course, postseason we were not entirely sure how we wanted to handle that, so we.
Kind of letting Josh and Chris kind of taking over the reins on production there. You hear us talking about this. that allows us to do a little bit more with graphics, a little bit more with our scoreboards. Nice play by Warsaw there to keep the ball back into play. Of course, here's Paige with one of her perfect sets, and that was hit by what we're doing is we're rolling this out kind of at the end of the season here, and we're letting everybody kind of get their fingers on it. Nice
An ace there for Morgan.
Trying to upgrade and bring you the best viewing possible. There's just a little bit of a learning curve.
So the Lady Cardinals still playing good ball here tonight. You know, I thought that perhaps as we move toward the game 3 win, that maybe we would see some of our JV girls coming into the game a little bit more. In fact, the opposite. Coach has left all of her starters running through their routines, their rotations, and I think that's good for the girls. It's been a long week, a lot of volleyball, and district's right around the corner, and yet they are learning how to be diligent and how to endure through maybe handling it well. They look like they're holding up well, and they are playing some good volleyball here tonight. Brianne Smith with the good up. Gillen to Brown, who puts one over in the hole. And that games to none here in varsity action. 25-12 and 25-17 the scores on those first two games. And you hear the crowd get into the game. And Warsaw manages to hold off the win with that one.
Morgan comes off the court. Who was she substituted by?
So actually, she didn't substitute. It was a rotation.
Okay.
She was in the serving position, and you see Katie Mitchell there now. So as our libero, she substitutes in on the rotation, not as a substitute.
Oh, and that comes up a little short, which will give.
And that'll do it tonight. For the varsity girls, and Clinton will take it 3 straight against the Warsaw Lady Wildcats. And definitely want to say thanks to them for coming over and playing volleyball with us here tonight. We were glad to host them, and glad that they came over. We appreciate them very much. And to our Lady Cardinals, what a way to end the regular season. Good job, ladies. Nice steady win tonight. The volleyball looked good. If we're running a highlight reel, we're going to be here all night because what a game. So it was a great game. The kids played hard, a lot of good volleyball, and definitely excited about everything coming up. Just to recap, district play will start on Monday night with Holden and Knob Noster here in Clinton, and I believe it's a 6 o'clock start. We will be covering that game, live streaming that, as well as all of the district games through Misha TV. And Chris has a bracket there for me. Look at that. And I said 6, and this says 5, so it's a good thing we brought him. Thanks, Chris. Looks like a 5 p.m. game, Holden and Knob Noster. Of course, Holden number 4 and Knob Noster the number 5 seed. So we'll be covering that game. If you are unable to attend but you'd like to watch the game, you can tune in at Misha TV. It's www.mshsaa.tv. And when you get there, You will just find your school. You could probably search for District 13 or Clinton High School, and it will pop up in the feed there. You'll be able to watch that game. And, of course, that's Monday night. Tuesday night, we will have the opening game at 5 o'clock, Pleasant Hill playing the winner of the Monday night game. And then at 6:30, your Clinton Lady Cardinals facing off against the El Dorado Springs Lady Bulldogs. Of course, the Bulldogs on the bracket showing an 18-2 record. Clinton showing an 8-7-1 record. Of course, those would be district records, I believe.
Yes. Regular season was a little different.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like a
12-2 for El Dorado Springs.
Clinton was about 12-7. El Dorado was like 25-2.
Oh, 25-2.
Yes.
You're right. Thank you for correcting that.
So that'll be Tuesday night as the district play moves forward. And then, of course, the two winners from Tuesday night will face off on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. And that will be an interesting game to see to decide who will advance out of the district tournament and move on. So we want to wish our Lady Cardinals the best of luck coming up on that tournament next week. And, of course, all the teams, we hope that they all have safe travels as they come and join us here in Clinton, and also that as they play, they're all safe and that we have no injuries, and that we have some good volleyball, and we look forward to being able to join you. If you can't make it in person, come find us online at misha.tv.
All right. Thanks a lot to Josh and Chris. Chris kind of gave up the microphone and let me get on here and say kind of the final goodbyes for this season anyway. Appreciate him for that. Of course, our play-by-play girl, Stacy, my wife, Stacy Hinkle. Thank you very much. And with that, we are going to roll on out of here. You all have a good night.
1, 2, 3.
Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau. Jim Rasick, Auto Group. Sugarfoot Barbecue. Remax, Truman Lake. Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare. Integrity Floors. The Landmark Restaurant. Clark Tire. C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. Real-Time Photography. Primitive Old Crow and Winery. Bernard Tax and Bookkeeping. Laura Anstein, Anstein Realty and Auction. Creative Paint and Supply.